Nuclear power plants. A complete guide. Nuclear energy is a source of electricity that is both efficient and powerful. But, how exactly does a nuclear power plant work? To understand that, we need to look at the science behind nuclear reactions and the technology used to harness them. Nuclear power plants use a process known as nuclear fission to generate energy. This process involves splitting atomic nuclei into smaller parts, releasing a tremendous amount of energy in the process. The energy produced by nuclear reactions is harnessed to produce steam, which in turn drives turbines and generates electricity. However, this process also generates a significant amount of heat and radiation, which can be dangerous if not properly contained. That's why safety is a top priority in the design and operation of nuclear power plants. Now, let's dive deeper into the science behind nuclear reactions and the technologies used to control them. We'll also explore the challenges of managing nuclear waste and the role of nuclear energy in meeting our growing energy needs. So sit back and get ready to learn about the fascinating world of nuclear power plants. The reactor is the core of the nuclear power plant, and it is where nuclear reactions take place. The reactor contains fuel rods filled with fuel pellets, typically made of enriched uranium or plutonium. These fuel rods are arranged in a precise pattern to maximize the efficiency of the nuclear reactions. The reactor also contains a system of coolant, typically water, that circulates through the core and removes heat generated by the nuclear reactions. This heat is then transferred to a secondary system of water, which generates steam to drive the turbines. But, how do we control the reactions taking place inside the reactor? This is achieved through a system of control rods, which are made of a neutron-absorbing material. By inserting or withdrawing these rods, we can control the rate of reactions and adjust the power output of the plant. Another important aspect of reactor safety is the containment structure, which is designed to prevent the release of radioactive materials in the event of an accident. This structure is typically made of reinforced concrete and is designed to withstand extreme conditions. The process of generating electricity through nuclear energy. The heart of a nuclear power plant is the nuclear reactor, which contains the nuclear fuel, control rods, and coolant. The fuel rods are made of enriched uranium, which releases energy through a process called nuclear fission. This energy heats up the coolant, which is then used to produce steam that drives a turbine generator to produce electricity. Nuclear power plants have a number of safety systems in place to prevent accidents and protect the public. These include backup power systems, emergency cooling systems, containment structures, and multiple levels of radiation shielding. The plants also undergo regular safety inspections and emergency drills to ensure that they are ready to respond to any situation. Despite the safety measures in place, nuclear power plants do come with certain risks. One of the biggest risks is the possibility of a nuclear meltdown, which occurs when the reactor overheats and the fuel rods melt, releasing radioactive material into the environment. To mitigate this risk, nuclear power plants are designed to automatically shut down in the event of a meltdown, and the fuel rods are stored in special cooling pools to prevent them from overheating. In recent years, there has been growing concern about the environmental impact of nuclear power plants, particularly with regard to the disposal of nuclear waste. Nuclear waste is highly radioactive and must be stored for thousands of years to allow it to decay to safe levels. While there is no perfect solution for disposing of nuclear waste, the industry is working to develop safer and more sustainable methods for managing it. Nuclear power plants are an important source of clean, reliable energy. While they come with some risks and challenges, they also offer many benefits, including low greenhouse gas emissions, low fuel costs, and a high level of safety and reliability. Whether you are a supporter or a critic of nuclear power, it is important to understand how these plants work and what they contribute to our energy mix. The workings. Nuclear fission is the process of splitting an atom into two smaller atoms, releasing a large amount of energy in the process. This energy is harnessed to generate heat, which is used to produce steam that drives a turbine and generates electricity. In a nuclear power plant, the fuel used is typically uranium-235, which is bombarded by neutrons to initiate the fission process. Nuclear fission is a highly controlled process, and the reactor core of a nuclear power plant is designed to ensure that the reaction is self-sustaining, but can be shut down if necessary. This is achieved through the use of control rods, which can be inserted into the reactor to absorb excess neutrons and stop the fission reaction. In addition to controlling the fission reaction, the reactor core is also designed to prevent the release of radioactive materials. The fuel rods containing the fuel are surrounded by a thick layer of shielding material, and the reactor core is housed within a containment vessel designed to prevent the release of radioactive materials in the event of an accident. Nuclear fission is a crucial aspect of the operation of a nuclear power plant, and the design of the reactor core is carefully optimized to ensure that the reaction is controlled and safe. One of the major challenges is the issue of nuclear waste disposal. Nuclear waste is extremely radioactive and can take thousands of years to decay, making it difficult to store and dispose of safely. Despite this challenge, nuclear energy has several benefits. It is a reliable source of energy, as nuclear power plants can operate continuously for long periods of time without interruption. Nuclear energy is also low carbon, meaning it produces very little greenhouse gas emissions, making it an important tool in the fight against climate change. Finally, nuclear energy is one of the most efficient forms of energy, producing more energy per unit of fuel than other sources like coal or natural gas. The functioning of nuclear power plants is a complex and fascinating topic. From the fission of atomic nuclei to the generation of electricity, the processes involved are highly technical and require careful planning and execution. Despite its challenges, nuclear energy has the potential to play a critical role in meeting the world's energy needs, especially as we look for ways to reduce our carbon footprint and tackle the issue of climate change. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to Black Screen Science, like this video and leave a comment with your thoughts and suggestions for future videos.